Right, we chose to go to the crypt. Seems like a fairly small area, so let's see what's here.
What's this?
Try telling the woman in red not to summon lava all over your home. You'll find yourself gutted over a stone faster than you can say squeak!
Something hidden.
I've spotted something interesting.
Oh no. Oh. Just wondering what the plagues have to do with this. Astarte's servant Carla Montrek rests here. Into the source he has returned. Wind up toy skill book. Blessed is she who blesses us. Cardinal Julian rests here. Into the source she has returned. Summon air element.
What's this? I found something.
The tomb of the unholy, into the source, even they have returned. Elemental tortoise. Shrug. We have to have a lot of skills to spot this one.
Hallowed be these crypts. Endeavor to worship or endeavor to depart.
Bishop Grievix. Long rat tail.
Goddess, greetings, wanderer. What brings you to this house of the goddess during these troubled times?
What is this temple?
The goddess's home, of course. Her house of worship. Here she'll return when she's finished her great work. Yes, when she returns, she'll rejoin her beloved and loving flock here in this very temple.
So you're an immaculate too?
A what? No, certainly not. I serve Astarte, our great goddess. A bishop of the source am I, in life and in death.
You say you serve the source. I'm a source hunter, sworn to stamp out that disease. Oh, okay. I'll go with that. I don't particularly want to pick a fight, but I want him to object to me.
I ought to box your ears and tie your black tongue. A source hunter, you say? And what does your mission entail exactly? Chasing down the ill and wounded, healed by source and executing them?
Source is tainted. It is a power of chaos and darkness.
That's impossible. Absurd. Our Astarte is the great bringer of light, of order, of healing. No, I don't know what strange land you are from, wanderer, or why you've come to her temple to spread such lies and gossip, but I think it best if you take your blasphemy elsewhere.
Yeah, things have clearly changed. Let's take a look at those books I got. Three skill books. Wind up toy. Summons a level 14 bomb in a 3-meter radius for 30 seconds. Scoundrel. Probably learns immediately. Your Scoundrel level only allows you to learn up to full and get to Scoundrel skills. Wait, what? What are my adept skills? Summoning a bomb sounds like a useful thing. I don't use to become air all that much, but half physical damage for 2 turns is more useful than another summon creature. I don't even know, can I summon two at the same time, or is it one per person? I would imagine it's one per team, otherwise you could basically double the amount of fighters your team has. That seems excessive. But it's also clearly a suicide unit, so you could summon it and quickly get rid of it. Summon air elemental. Level 14 air elemental. Do you see any problem with this? What are our air skills? We probably can get 4 adept level. Yeah, we have 2 adept level. I can clearly take this. Do we have duplicates? I don't think so. Fighter skill. Improve elemental resistances, but movement is low. A toggle stance. 8th level toggle. Not bad. What do you have on a depth level 2 ability? So yeah, third one could easily be learned. Like toggles to be on here. Right, so what exactly can we do? You literally threw away the toxic grenade. Am I supposed to go into the fire then? Well, I can't do that at one spot. We can use the portal just to go away. There was a switch here. I have no idea what it did. Maybe there are other switches? Switches aren't exactly highlighted, so if you know where to look, they're fairly easy to spot usually. But if you don't, they can be very troublesome. Yeah, I'll try the portal again. Probably quite a lot of secrets I've missed in general, so I'm not really about them.
You want to fly? You want to wing? Just say the words. Away, away, we fly out.
Library. I think once we get our current set of abilities set, I'm definitely looking towards expanding the extra low-level useful abilities for the others. Especially, no, we don't strictly speaking need any of that crap. But we could realistically get something like adept level abilities, a couple of them, in another area. Adora will probably go to physical resistances in combat, things like that, so she's not gonna get extra. Scoundrel, maybe, but Roderick and Roderick definitely has to do it. I don't see an alternative for him. Scarlet possibly. Johan has crafting abilities where he can dump his skills. I think I did the character development in general fairly poorly. I suppose it's somewhat convenient the way I did it, but still poor. I refer to this a simple fact that I could have, for example, probably given the crafting abilities to someone else. I mean, does the crafter have to be part of the group? I don't really see a reason. But at the same time, it's constantly with us. I don't have to go anywhere else to do things, so I don't particularly regret it. I'm just saying, if you want to squeeze something extra out of the group, that's probably an easy way to do it. I basically have forgotten that I had other party members that used it. I get the feeling that I was supposed to maybe run away from here, because of that constant fire being bombarded. I'm more or less just picking everything set, managing what we picked up later. Can't go up.
Traveler, my heart does leap. To the crypt I'm glad to bring you, or the High Priest's office, if it please you. Traveler, my heart does leap.
I want to read the books, now that I think about it. I might be able to go to the crypt again to talk with the Snuffage. In the earliest days of creation, first came the gods and next came the 7 races. These two classes of consciousnesses existed in harmony, but there was little communion between the two. Then came Astarte, mother of the source, and through her great power the mundane was united with the divine. When man closes his eyes, he sees not only darkness and feels not only the constant pull of the void. He sees the love of the goddess, a gentle glow, and he feels how all creation is bound, beautiful and together. As Astarte's power grew, so did its remarkable effect upon the inhabitants of our world. No longer could sickness and injury undo us. No, sorcerers were capable of mending any harm that daily life might inflict upon us. Sorcerers, those who could commune with the goddess and thus guide the source, bless us with their gifts. It is through these holy souls that Astarte grants us her finest honors, and it is through them that she is honored. This temple, the greatest tribute to Astarte yet erected within Rivalon, serves as home to countless sorcerers who can study the great gifts of the goddess, then venture across the realm to spread her blessings. To lay eyes upon the goddess is to feel the greatest love of the divine, and here our visions show us she to whom we owe all. We pay tribute to her for the gift of source, and she in turn provides. Her goblin and orcish shamans join hands with elvish and human sorcerers, bent in service of the goddess, and in gratitude for her gifts, Astarte, mother of all, may she thrive 1,000 eons. 5 gods left. Right.
Traveler, my heart does leap. Away, we fly.
Yeah, it's the same crypt. I want to see if there's anything changed here.
Goddess, greetings, wanderer. What brings you to this house of the goddess during these troubled times? The goddess's home, of course.
Yeah, I can't actually say anything new. What was the black? I can't read it.
You want to fly? You want to win? Away, away, we've...
There's a certain sequence of things. Seems like we can go to the High Priest's Hall. Then probably...
I'm burning!
Then back to the crypt. Mostly worried about how the fire and burning effects are equipment more than our health. Health is relatively easy to recover. Equipment repair takes time.
I needed that.
So a secondary healer would certainly be useful. Power doesn't have to be all that great. I suppose Roderick in that sense would be better than anyone else because he has intelligence, so he can heal faster. At the same time, I sort of want to make him a geomancer. He also needs witchcraft abilities. I don't think I have good ones. Yeah, I have adept level and I can cast master level. That needs to be solved when we get out of here.
Traveler, my heart does leap. To the crypt. Away, away, we'll fly.
High Priest's office. I'm not taking that. Another forest field. That's where we must go. What is this? Nothing of real interest. Couple grenades, minor crap. This probably will open up once we've dealt with the shield location. Not even enter.
A pocket
I
of
needed
serenity in the midst of such chaos.
This room must be woven with power.
As good as a new penny.
Powerful protective magic, yes. Who is here? This is the High Priest or Head Priest office. Is there someone who? we can. There's some kind of paper there. There anyone we could meet here? More books. Leandra's spell. Leandra's lab notes. Summon armored undead decapitator. Sounds like a skill you would like to have. It's a witchcraft spell. A superior version of the undead spell. Summon undead spell. Yeah. Skeletal Knight. Much more costly to summon. 200 weapon, 20% chance to knock down its target. Has a chance to do critical damage. Plate armor is rusty yet intact. Arrows and daggers only do half their normal damage. Like all skeletons, immune to bleeding attacks, cannot be poisoned. Medium saving throws against physical and mental statuses. Can taunt enemies, has the attack of opportunity. Taunting basically, I think, makes the targets unable to ignore you. So it would be exactly what a decoy has to do. But I'll take the Leandra spell and the like last because it's clearly the thing we absolutely have to get from this place. Probably make the Death Knights vulnerable to us. There's still level 15 enemies, so no trash enemies by any means. At least they would be killable. Old letters. Additional old letters. I have a feeling I might get us one extra talent still in this game. I'm heavily, well, rather strongly thinking of getting the accurate grenade throwing ability from Nardora if at all possible. The only reason I'm not constantly throwing them out is pretty much that I can't really guarantee where they land. Well, it usually isn't a big problem. Sometimes when, well, basically after the first round or two, we're so close to each other, it sort of stops mattering. Knocks down enemies, deals 300 earth damage, creates random oil surfaces. That's a strong one. Tales of the Seven Gods. The Seven Gods were still young when they decided that each of them should have their own race to guide through the eternal flow of time, and thus it happened that Ralik, the most powerful of all gods, became the patron of humans. But the burly Duna created the dwarves in his own likeness, and even lived amongst them in the mountainous caverns. Tur Sendelius, the poet, went into the woods and created the elves. He blessed them with near immortality and wisdom. The reptile goddess Zol Tissa wished to command a proud warrior race, and thus she created the lizard people, fierce fighters from the wastelands. The god Rogir, renowned for his brutality and violence, created the orcs and enslaved them for more than 300 years before he left Rivellon. The sun Teza, the goddess of mirth and laughter, wanted an intelligent race, versed in the arts of magic around her. She created the imps, who were talented magicians and engineers. Goddess Amadia was an outsider, preferring to live in complete solitude. As the centuries passed, the six races spread over the continent. One day, Amadia's dalliance with the wizard resulted in the birth of several demigods. She granted her lover immortality and decided that she would act as the patron mother of the wizards. Although wizards are not considered as a separate race, they have their own goddess to whom they pay tribute. Probably should use up all the blank scrolls already, since it's random, or at least seems to be totally random. I don't see any point in waiting, so the moment you can do them, you probably should do them all. I have tons of old letters which I need to look at. Absence of the Seven Gods. Golden Cups. I wonder if skill books are the same. No. Skill books were scroll plus the blank book to create the skill book of that type. Okay, what is this?
Scepter of Command. What do you think it's for?
From the look of these blueprints, it's got something to do with Death Knights. Perhaps there's a way to handle them yet.
Scepter of Command. Wizards. These would probably may mean more if I knew exactly what they're referring to. Okay. Are these actual pieces of paper or what? Leandra, hosting your little pet has been a pure pleasure. What Evelyn lacks in subtlety, she certainly makes up for in utter disdain for her current position. Yes, I assure you, you've made her a very happy woman indeed. Her peeking over my shoulder has hardly helped my already fervent endeavor to raise Brachus Rex. My eagerness to find the Source King likely outweighs even your own. When next I write, I will have found him. Signed, Dr. Elron Hashentor. Your Holiness, the conduit of the Goddess, I have ever endeavored to follow the path you have laid out for me, your devotee. I have put aside all pleasure so that I might better pursue the one way, and it has been a great honor to serve as your trusted aid. Your Holiness, I was shaken when I discovered it was the counselor and not your devoted Evelyn you called to assist you in the King Grab Inn that night. Have I erred in some way? Have I proven myself less than faithful? What have I done to unearn your trust? Whatever wrongdoing I have committed, I will atone for it. Your devoted servant, Evelyn. Sister, it has been entirely too long, and strange whisperings from within the Goblin Highlands and the tribes of the East bode ill. I beseech you, please come home. Life has taken on a dreadful pallor in your absence. Where is my bright and bristling sister, dashing here and there, gobbling up information like a spring caterpillar before its metamorphosis? I have done wrong by you, this I know, but it is time for us to put these past wrongs behind us. Accept my apology, dear Leandra, and let us move forward. I have heard disturbing news about a dangerous cult led by some or other madman called the Conduit. The forest creatures whisper dark tales of swords and sacrifice. Come home, sister. If we are to face this potential threat, we'll need one another. You feel so distant, your soul so far from my own. I want to make amends. Love, I. L. After so long without hearing from you, I had feared the worst. You were so angry that night. I thought the fire in your eyes might scorch us. I would have deserved to burn on the pyre of your rage, yes. A more fitting fate for my coward soul I could not have devised. When you slammed the door behind you, every candle in the cabin snuffed the smoke. Something died then. Something within me, within Ikara. You were gone, and we didn't know if or not we'd get you back. You must know how dearly, even then, you were wanted. How my heart sobbed, begging me to go after you. But I was stuck fast to where I stood to the life I had chosen. And 2 years passed this way. My arms began to forget the width of your waist. My fingers no longer itched to comb through your wild mess of hair. And your letter. Of course I will meet you at the King Crab Inn. Of course I will. Signed Z.
Leandra's web weaves wider than I could have imagined.
This is no rogue witch. This is a conspiracy.
These are actual items. But not sure what's the difference between a sheet of paper and a parchment technically in this game. Could be nothing. Probably something though. Why didn't I identify these here? Because I like extra work, probably. Leandra's lab notes. Spell. This diary contains several fragmented notes, seemingly scribbled in distraction. Inebrium stores located within Lucula mines, sufficient for all operations. Miners contained, devoted to conduit, should expedite the mining process. Imp has proven useful in the development of prototype, but the result was far more dangerous and difficult to control than anticipated. Consider implementing failsafe. Power without loyalty is useless. The key is blood. Bloodstone and my own contribution to life make the resulting knights loyal to me in every way. Still, danger must be further mitigated. Have developed method to make knights vulnerable if it should become necessary to dismantle them. The spell and the blood suffice. First fully functional prototype created, a beauty to behold, totally loyal to me. Immaculate will oversee continued production of knights. I expect that soon my army will be ready to march.
Treasure!
What exactly is the spell? Darkly glowing and feather-like, this parchment feels deceptively easy to lose or mishandle, almost as though whoever wrote it wanted it to be lost. What is it? Combined with the blood of their mother, this spell revokes the blessing of invulnerability granted to the Death Knights. This incantation ought only be used in the event that the Knights do somehow threaten the final Immaculate objective, as laid out by the conduit herself. So we still need the blood itself. So
Remarkable. With this spell and the so-called blood of the mother, those Death Knights will be at our mercy.
Leandra won't stand a chance. This could all be over sooner than we'd thought.
Yeah, but we don't even... We're missing the components, so don't celebrate too early here. We still can't do shit. We can just escape. Still vital information.
A hurried choice is never wisest. Considerations will behove you. The crypt or library, both may move you. A hurried choice is never wisest. Away, away we fly.
I'd like to get out of here before doing any kind of inventory on what we got as loot. Especially since I need to buy spells or abilities anyway. Witchcraft would be the one we want.
I need to try on.
Also scoundrel abilities, I suppose. Oh shit, I sort of... Okay, I'll save here. Well, I want to go to the crypt and see if the ghost there knows
Traveler,
anything
my
about
heart
the
does
blood of
leap.
the mother.
Away, away.
I mean, I don't understand why he's here if I can't do something with him. Same time, I'm gonna have to come back here, this place
Goddess,
again.
greetings, wanderer. What brings you? The goddess's home, of course. Her house of worship. Here she'll...
That's the bishop. Might as well load. Faster that way.
Traveler, my heart does leap. To the crypt I'm glad to bring you, or the high priest's away, away. A hurried choice is never wisest.
How do we get to the entrance then? Where was that option? It was somewhere.
A hurried choice is never wisest. Considerations will behove you. The crypt or library, both may move you. A hurry, away, away we...
It's the crypt then.
You want to fly? You away, away we...
Right. Back at the entrance hall. Back might be the wrong word. I don't think I've been here before. Goddess. Well, I don't see how we could possibly move here too much, but at the same time, the rogue probably could. Has the ability to float above the floor.
I am restored.
Yeah, let's go take a peek. This is the only path we can take by the looks of it. So what's the other direction? Another portal.
A hurried choice is never wisest.
Yeah, it's the only for going backwards. So into the fire it is. Take it one. Might have a fire shield. More likely I haven't bothered taking one. Yeah, the rain would still be helpful here even if it doesn't really
I'm drenched!
hit the fire floor areas. Because yeah, if we get burned a little bit, it also goes out fairly quickly.
Back on my feet again.
Oh shit.
Soldier, soldier, burning bright, where will you go? What will you see? The gold within, the sun above. Where will you go?
We were
What
warned
will you
about the
see?
gold, so sun above.
Prepare to bask beneath the sun. For your freedom you have won. I'll send you now, hold fast your party. Goodbye, and blessed be Astarte.